Hi, everybody. Welcome to English Digest. I'm Tom.
Hi, I'm Stephanie.
Today we're going to continue talking about lucky animals in the East and in the West. I think last time we focused on lucky animals in the East specifically, and today we're going to change our focus to lucky animals in the West.
Yeah, and these I've all heard of. Ladybugs, rabbits, dolphins. My favorite of these three would be the dolphin. I love dolphins.
I thought you liked pigs.
I do like pigs. Now, they're my lucky charm, but not everybody's lucky charm. I started collecting them when I was young, but I have seen people collect ladybugs. They make a lot of girls' jewelry out of ladybugs, especially for the young girls, because they're so cute. And the colors are pretty, too. Rabbits, I mentioned rabbits in day one. A lot of people carry a rabbit's foot, a real foot, around with them. And then the dolphins that really have to be one of the cutest creatures on the planet Earth. They love to play, and they're very smart. I love dolphins.
You like dolphins,
yeah.
Okay. Well, evidently they are a lucky animal in Greek culture.
Cool.
So we'll talk about that and other animals as our lesson continues. So let's get to it. Let's read through the entire contents of our lesson now one time. Now let's take a peek at some lucky creatures in the West. Ladybugs. Numerous European cultures attach special significance to this insect, which is said to bring good weather, love, and protection. Catholics draw a parallel between ladybugs and the Virgin Mary, who is often called Our Lady. It's also thought that ladybugs are good luck symbols because they help crops thrive by eating pests. Many believe if a ladybug lands on you, you can make a wish while counting the spots on its back. 7 or fewer spots mean a good harvest. If you deliberately kill or harm it, though, you'll curse yourself with grief. Rabbits. Western cultures perceive rabbits as symbols of fertility and prosperity. An Old English ritual is to say the word rabbit 2 or 3 times in a row on the first day of the month for good luck. Many people carry a rabbit's foot as a charm for extra luck at the casino. Dolphins. These graceful, intelligent mammals feature as a symbol of protection and guidance in ancient Greek myths. Dolphins were the messengers of Poseidon, god of the sea. Apollo, god of the sun, once transformed into a dolphin to escort priests from the island of Crete to the sacred site of Delphi. When sailors encounter a dolphin swimming alongside their ship, it means land is near. If your favorite animal isn't on this list, do some research to determine if it's lucky. Be kind to animals, and they might bring you luck.
Okay, guys, let's take a quick look or a peek, as our lesson says, at some lucky creatures in the West. If you take a peek, you're taking a quick look at something. Sometimes we use peek when someone's looking at something they shouldn't. For example, on Christmas Eve, in my family, we'd all go to bed so that we could get up nice and early to see what Santa brought us during the night. And sometimes my brothers and sisters would peek at the presents before they were supposed to. And my mom would be disappointed. So take a peek. Peek can be a noun or a verb. He peeked at the test. He peeked at the test answers. That's not good either. Or he took a peek at the answers to the test that his friend gave him. That's cheating. So let's take a peek at some lucky creatures in the West. We're going to take a quick look.
Okay, we're going to take a peek at some of those lucky creatures. Let's first of all talk about ladybugs. And numerous European cultures attach special significance to this insect, which is said to bring good weather, love, and protection. So a ladybug is a kind of beetle that has a shell with spots on it, and there are many different species of ladybug. They have different colors and different colored spots and stuff like that. I believe I've heard the word ladybird as another word for this, but in the US we say ladybug. But if you're in Europe, then cultures there attach special meaning or significance to this insect. So here we've got the verb to attach. Physically, that means you stick something to something else, you fasten it there, you join it. You might attach something to your email, for example. An attachment, of course, is something that you include with your email. But here, we're talking about they put a lot of significance on this insect. They think this insect is very significant, so they believe it, and they follow this tradition.
You can also use attach to talk about really liking something or someone. You might feel very attached to a particular grandparent or maybe a cousin. You just love being around them. Or maybe you're attached to your favorite stuffed animal. You know, things like that. You can be attached to something. Maybe you're attached to a new purse you got. It's just so cute and you just can't not use it every day. You love it. So some cultures do attach or connect special significance to this insect. And it's supposed to bring good weather, love, and protection. Now, the Catholics, that's a type of Christian church, they draw a parallel between ladybugs and the Virgin Mary, which is often called Our Lady. If you draw a parallel between two things, it just means they're connected. There is a relationship between them. So, a parallel. Now, if you are trying to learn how to parallel park, which you need to as you get older, it's a way of parking so the car is facing the direction of the sidewalk, right? It's not a parking place that you can pull into. You have to back into it. It's not easy to parallel park for a lot of people. Parallel. So if two lines are parallel to each other, they're going the same direction, they're side by side.
Indeed, and they draw a parallel or a connection, we can say, between ladybugs and the Virgin Mary. I don't know exactly why they have this relationship with each other.
I'm not Catholic, so I can't tell
I would
you.
have to go online to figure out the exact definition, but for some reason they have this parallel between ladybugs and the Virgin Mary, and the Virgin Mary is oftentimes referred to as Our Lady. I'm not Catholic, but I remember hearing lots of my Catholic friends say these prayers that always included the term Our Lady, and that, of course, is referring to Jesus' mother. It's also thought that ladybugs are good luck symbols because they help crops thrive by eating pests, which could be more practical here. People think that ladybugs are good luck symbols, or they're actually just good because they eat pests. If you're trying to grow corn or soybeans or whatever, and you have ladybugs in your field, those ladybugs should be eating other pests that like to eat your crops. So that's a good thing.
We got the word pesticide from the word pest. Pesticide is the poison that farmers will often use on their crops to kill the pests. Pesticide, it's a poison. Yeah, so they are pretty great if they're helping to get rid of the pests. I'd rather have ladybugs eating the pests rather than a poison being put on the plants. Many of us are trying to avoid eating poison these days. So many people believe that if a ladybug lands on you, you can make a wish while counting the spots on its back. I have to be honest, I've never counted the spots on the back of a ladybug. Maybe you have, Tom. I just have always thought they're so pretty. I don't know why, because they're still a bug. They're an insect, but they're a lot cuter than cockroaches.
Yeah, well, the thing is, the only thing I heard about ladybugs is that you're not supposed to kill them.
Oh, okay.
You can kill cockroaches and mosquitoes and flies all you want, but if it's a ladybug, you're supposed to leave it alone.
Good.
Which is okay because beetles, you know, a ladybug is a kind of beetle.
Yeah.
They're slow-moving, and there are thousands of species of beetles in the world. They're pretty cool. They're pretty cute. So, yeah, I don't have the heart to kill beetles or ladybugs. But many people believe if a ladybug lands on you, you can make a wish while counting the spots on its back. And 7 or fewer spots mean a good harvest. So if you count those spots and you count 5 or 6, that means you're going to have a good harvest.
Great. And if you have a good harvest, you're going to get a lot of food from those fields that you have been taking care of as a farmer. So, yeah, 7 or fewer, and you got some good luck there. Now, if you deliberately kill or harm it, though, you'll curse yourself with grief. If you do something deliberately, it means it wasn't an accident. You did it on purpose. It was intentional if it was deliberate. Now, if you curse yourself, it's almost like, you know, when the witches and the wizards put a curse on someone in a movie or a book, you know, they might curse them to turn into a frog or curse them to turn into an ugly monster until the beautiful princess kisses him and he turns it back into the prince. Well, if you curse yourself, it means you're actually bringing harm upon yourself, and you curse yourself. You're cursing yourself with grief. Grief is great sadness. So don't put a curse on yourself. Notice here that curse is being used as a verb. It can also be a noun, of course, because as I just mentioned, it's those witches and wizards that often will place curses on people.
Okay, so now let's talk about rabbits. Western cultures perceive rabbits as symbols of fertility and prosperity. So, of course, Easter, the Christian celebration of the rebirth of Christ, is also the time of many fertility festivals in Western culture. So, rabbits are a symbol of that. That's why you see rabbits during Easter. You can get, chocolate rabbits. We used to get those when I was a kid. And, of course, they're seen as a symbol of fertility. We also have the phrase to breed like rabbits. Evidently, rabbits have a lot of babies.
They do.
When they have babies. So I guess that's a symbol of fertility. And if you have a lot of something, that is also a symbol of prosperity. And we'll continue talking about rabbits, bunny rabbits, in just a couple of seconds. But we're going to take a break right now and listen to our hoppity Chinese teacher.
大家好，我是安娜。我们昨天带大家看了一些东方的幸运动物，像是 crickets 蟋蟀、cranes 鹤、frogs 还有青蛙。今天呢，我们就来看看一些西方的幸运生物哦，比如说像是 ladybugs 瓢虫、rabbits 兔子、dolphins 还有海豚。好，那么第一个我们先看一下 ladybugs 瓢虫啊，其实在欧洲的文化当中对这个动物有一些很特殊的意义，因为据说呢它能带来好天气啊、爱啊、保护啊，而且像天主教就把 ladybugs 跟圣母玛利亚作为比较，因为圣母玛利亚常被称为圣母Our Lady， 所以会有这样子的一个平行线 parallel， 也就是所谓的比较。不过瓢虫呢也是被认为是好运的象征啦，因为它们其实可以吃一些害虫，然后帮助作物的茁壮成长。也有很多人相信说，如果瓢虫降落在你的身上，那么你就可以数瓢虫背上的斑点，许一个愿望哦。好，我们刚刚讲了这么多，其实在第一段的这个瓢虫这个主题当中，有看到很重要的句型。如果我们说很多人都相信如何如何，当然你可以直接说 many people believe， 或者是 many believe， 它出现在瓢虫这一段的第4句的地方。那么另外在英文当中也有被动表示客观的讲法，例如据说瓢虫可以怎样怎样，大家都认为瓢虫是一个幸运的象征。那么在这段当中，我们看一下第1句逗点之后 which， 我们先把这个 be said to is said to 这3个字画起来，某一件事情被说可以如何如何，被动表示客观的讲法。或者我们直接看到第3句 It's also thought that IT 在这里是虚主词，这件事情也被大家这么认为。哪件事呢？ That 一直到后面的 symbols 就是这件事情，也就是瓢虫就是好运的象征。好，所以我们再整理一下哦，在英文当中你可以主动的讲 many people believe 或者是 many believe 很多人相信。你也可以把你要说的这件事情用虚主词 it's said, it's thought 这件事情被这么说，或者是这件事情被这么认为，或者是你可以直接把据说某个人事物如何如何当成主词。比如说我们刚刚看到的第一句呢，我们回过头来看，其实它是一个关系子句，逗点之后有一个which到句尾，我们可以左右括号。先行词是 this insect， 这个昆虫如何呢？逗点之后的which指的就是这个昆虫，瓢虫据说 which is said to bring good weather, love and protection， 用被动表示客观。好，那么接着呢，我们就要看第二个幸运的动物呢，就是兔子。兔子是怎么样的一个幸运动物呢？其实西方文化是把它视为生育跟繁荣的象征。
We're going to take a quick break. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. Welcome back, guys. We're talking about lucky animals in the West today. Day 1, we talked about lucky animals in the East, the Eastern culture. Now we're talking about lucky animals in the West, or Western culture. We first took a look at ladybugs, those cute little beetles. There are a lot of European cultures, and we're talking about Europe being probably British and French and German and things like that. They attach or they connect a special significance to the insect, and it's supposed to bring good things like good weather, love, protection. They do one thing that's really great. If you're a farmer, you would love them because they actually eat the pests that are destroying your crops. So that's a good thing. If you do find one that lands on you, see if you can count the spots on its back very quickly. If it has 7 or fewer, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, it means you're going to have a good harvest. That's great news. But if you intentionally or on purpose kill it or hurt it, you'll curse yourself with grief. So it'll make you very sad. So don't do that.
Don't do it. Don't kill those ladybugs. And we also started talking about rabbits, and they are symbols of fertility and prosperity in Western cultures. And an Old English ritual is to say the word rabbit 2 or 3 times in a row on the first day of the month for good luck. Now, it's the 4th day of August today, so I think that's close enough to the first day of the month. So I'm going to try to say it here. Rabbit, 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 rabbit. Well,
rabbit, 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 rabbit. That's hard to do. Rabbit, 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 rabbit.
Might be kind of a tongue twister there. But yeah, if you say that 2 or 3 times in a row, at least according to an English ritual, then you will have good luck for the month. Okay, so a ritual, of course, is something that you do over and over during the year or during your lifetime. So what are some examples of rituals?
Well, there are very formal rituals you'll find in churches. They often will have the priest or the minister give a sermon and have people partake of what we call the sacrament, the bread and wine or bread and water that represents the body of Jesus Christ. But, guys, we also use it just in everyday life. Maybe you've heard someone say, oh, yeah, I have a morning ritual that I go through. Maybe your morning ritual is you getting up in the morning, taking a quick bath or shower, eating breakfast, and getting out the door quickly. Everybody has some sort of routine. So sometimes we use ritual just to mean a routine. You can use it that way as well. So my morning ritual is to get up. I do not eat breakfast ever, but I get up, I get going, I try to get outside and walk for a little while. If it's not too hot. It's kind of hot right now, huh? And then I get going to work. So you can use ritual as another word for routine. Now, the rituals in churches are more formal, of course. But we use them just to talk about just things we do in a certain order again and again.
Okay, so that's the ritual there in England to say the word rabbit 2 or 3 times in a row on the first day of the month for good luck. And many people carry a rabbit's foot as a charm for extra luck at the casino. I was a kid many years ago, and of course I heard about rabbit's feet back then.
Sure.
And supposedly it was good luck if you carried a rabbit's foot, but I haven't seen those ever since I was a kid. I don't know if they exist anymore.
Yeah, they were very popular when we were growing up, but not anymore, right? Well, but I haven't been in the United States for 15 years.
Me neither. But I guess if you go to Las Vegas or Reno or wherever and
I don't gamble, so who knows?
Yeah, I don't gamble either. So maybe if you go to those places, if you go to a casino, say in Macau or something like that, you might see some Western people carrying rabbit's feet for good luck. Still seems kind of gross to me.
Good luck, guys.
But let's talk about something quite cute here, cute little dolphins.
My favorite.
These graceful, intelligent mammals feature as a symbol of protection and guidance in ancient Greek myths. So if you're a mammal, of course, you're like us, human beings. You give live birth to your young and you feed milk to your babies directly from your breasts.
So, yeah, it's a wonderful, graceful, elegant, intelligent mammal. They breathe air, so they can swim underwater, but they have to come up for air. Now, they feature as a symbol of protection and guidance in ancient Greek myths. So we've got lots of myths and legends. Greek myths are very, very famous. We've got Roman myths as well. They're similar, but they have different names. So dolphins were the messengers of Poseidon. Poseidon was a god, but he controlled the sea. So Apollo, he controlled the sun. He was the god of the sun. Now, Apollo once transformed into a dolphin to escort priests from the island of Crete to the sacred site of Delphi. So if you transform something, you change something almost completely. It could be your appearance. Maybe you've transformed yourself from a nerd into a really cool, stylish person. Maybe just getting a haircut kind of transformed your image. Or maybe you are doing some reconstructive work on your apartment or your home, and you transformed an extra bedroom into a new office that your father or mother are using. You can transform a lot of different things.
Indeed, and in this particular story, Apollo, the god of the sun, changed himself into a dolphin, and he did that in order to escort priests from the island of Crete to the sacred site of Delphi. So if you escort someone or escort someone, I guess you could pronounce it both ways as a verb. That means you just kind of go along with them and you make sure they're safe. You're stronger, they're maybe weaker, so of course you take them there as if you're a bodyguard or something.
Typically, you'll hear this word escort as a verb to put the emphasis on the second syllable, escort. But if you're using it as a noun and you are the escort, you always say it that way. So the noun form would be escort and the verb escort. But probably some people out there are pronouncing the verb the same as the noun. So if you escort somebody, you accompany them somewhere. Maybe you've got a really good-looking boyfriend or girlfriend who's going to escort you to a party or a dance, something like that. Well, he transformed himself into a dolphin to take priests or escort priests, accompany them from the island of Crete to the sacred site of Delphi. So I guess he felt, those priests felt safe and secure in the company of dolphins here. So he was the one who took them over to the sacred site. Now, when sailors encounter a dolphin swimming alongside the ship, it means land is near. I love it when you're out on a boat or a ship and suddenly 2 or 3 dolphins show up and they're playing in the water and they're kind of following your boat alongside. It's so fun. Alongside just means it means just next to you, right? So they are to the side of something, they're next to you. So it's pretty fun when you can actually run into some dolphins while you're out in the ocean.
That is definitely a sign of good luck. So let's wrap things up here and look at the last paragraph. It says, if your favorite animal isn't on this list, do some research to determine if it's lucky. So, yeah, maybe you have a favorite animal like the panda or the koala or something, or the platypus or the lyrebird or whatever. Maybe in some culture somewhere that's considered lucky. And we're also giving you some advice here. Be kind to animals and they might bring you luck. That sounds pretty good, although I don't think we're going to go as far and tell you to become a vegetarian just for good luck.
Well, I do think it's good advice to be kind to animals. Definitely. Okay, that's it for now. We're going to listen one more time to our Chinese teacher, and then we'll be back to say goodbye.
像是有一个英国古老仪式啊，说1个月份的第一天，如果你连续说2到3次的兔子这个词，就可以得到好运哦。我们看一下第2句这边，其实动词就是中间的 be 动词 is。如果你把 is 的前后都用斜线割开的话，你会发现它的主词就是 an old English ritual， 后面的主词补语 to do something is to say the word rabbit 2 or 3 times in a row， 连续的 on the first day of the month for good luck， 就可以求好运。当然许多人会在赌场啊带着一只兔子脚 a rabbit foot，Rabbit's foot 作为幸运符，然后就可以带来额外的幸运哦。在第3句这个地方，这个携带啊，到底怎么带？只要你带在身上，不管你是挂在背包啦，或者是把它弄成一个项链啦，或者是弄在手上啦，总而言之，只要带在身上，这个动词就可以用 carry， C-A-R-R-Y carry。好，最后我们来看一下海豚 dolphins。其实海豚我们都觉得它很优雅、很聪明啊。这种哺乳类动物其实在 Greek mythology， 在希腊神话当中就是保护跟领导的象征。我们看一下在这一段的第1句当中的动词是 feature。Feature 就是以什么什么为主题，是主角的意思，所以 feature as 这边的动词可以把它画起来。好，所以当时在古希腊神话当中就已经是 protection、guidance 这样子的 symbol。其实啊，在古希腊罗马神话当中，海豚就是海神 Poseidon 的使者，而且太阳神 Apollo 曾经转变成海豚哦。在这里的转变，我们看到变形这个字叫做 transform， 成为的介系词叫做 into， transformed into。 那特别注意一下，在 dolphin 这边第3句逗点之后的 once 在这里当成副词哦，指的是曾经如何如何。好，那当时这个阿波罗呢转变成海豚，就护送牧师们从克里特岛前往这个 Delphi 的圣地。不过当时的水手遇到一只海豚，就沿着船旁边游泳，其实当时就意味着陆地就在附近了。所以 dolphins 海豚在西方当中也是被视为带来幸运的动物。当然如果你不喜欢的动物不在这个名单上，你可以想想看，做一些研究，确认一下你喜欢的动物是不是幸运的哦。不过不管怎么样，我们都要善待动物，因为动物其实会为你带来好运的。以上是我们今天的内容，我是安娜，我们下次见咯。
That's it for today, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us, and please join us again next time for another edition of our program. From all of us here at English Digest, I'm Tom.
I'm Stephanie.
Goodbye.
Bye.